Hello everyone, and welcome to my BTG official channel. Randy and Hayley were caught. At Uptown, Hayley and Randy are chatting at the bar. Dani Dupree and Vanessa McBride, on the other side of the establishment, are observing the conversation between the two. Vanessa makes the observation that it is a coincidence that Dani knows Hayley's partner because she also knows Randy. Dani still refers to him as Sammy, and the two women look at each other strangely. The jig may be up for the two, given that Randy posed as Sammy when he rescued Hayley from her fictitious miscarriage, as fans may recall. Especially considering that Joey Armstrong confronts Randy upon entering the casino in the following promotional scene. Randy appears completely unprepared when Joey demands an explanation for why he is spending time with Bill Hamilton's wife. In the final preview clip, Eva Thomas is seen interacting with a stranger at Uptown. Since it was announced a few weeks ago that actor David Lamy Freed would be taking over as Jacob's younger brother, fans have been eager to meet Isaiah Hawthorne, who he introduces himself as. Even though the scene is brief, it is evident that Isaiah is going to be Eva's new love interest, and the two appear to have great chemistry. At the bar, Hayley Hamilton sat poised, her polished smile glimmering beneath the golden lights as she leaned in toward Randy, the man who had once been her savior, or so everyone thought. Randy, dressed in his usual charm and confidence, appeared relaxed as he spoke softly to her, but the way his eyes darted around the room betrayed his nervousness. They thought they were safe there, invisible among the city's elite, but fate had other plans. Unbeknownst to them, Dani Dupree and Vanessa McBride were seated at the far end of the establishment, both with clear views of the couple. Vanessa's sharp eyes noticed the familiar man first. "Isn't that Randy?" she murmured, her voice laced with suspicion. Dani's expression froze for a moment before she replied carefully, "I know him as Sammy." The name hung between them like a secret detonating in slow motion. Vanessa turned toward Dani, her eyebrows raised, confusion mixing with realization. The two women exchanged a look that said everything. They had just stumbled upon something much bigger than they'd expected. The connection clicked instantly. Fans who had been following this twisted saga would remember that Randy had used the alias Sammy when he staged Hayley's fake miscarriage, an elaborate deception meant to manipulate sympathy and cover their tracks. For months, they had managed to deceive everyone around them, spinning lies as easily as silk. But now, as Dani and Vanessa watched them chat and laugh in plain sight, the truth was starting to surface. The irony was rich. Uptown, a place known for its glamour and anonymity, was about to become the stage for their public undoing. Dani's heart pounded as she tried to process what she was seeing. Memories of Hayley's crocodile tears, the sympathy she milked from everyone after her supposed miscarriage, and Randy's mysterious appearances suddenly made sense. All the pieces of the puzzle she had been struggling to fit together finally fell into place. Vanessa, never one to hold back, whispered sharply, "If he's Sammy, and she's been lying about it, they're both in deep trouble." Dani nodded, her mind racing. The truth wasn't just scandalous, it was dangerous. As the scene shifted from Uptown's polished bar to the bustling floor of the casino, another confrontation brewed. Joey Armstrong, always the one to sense when something wasn't right, spotted Randy walking in, looking far too comfortable for someone supposedly keeping a low profile. Joey's jaw tightened as he intercepted him, blocking Randy's path. "Mind explaining why you're spending so much time with Bill Hamilton's wife?" Joey's tone was low but edged with accusation. The color drained from Randy's face, his usual composure shattering as the weight of the question hit him. The casual facade was gone. He looked around for an escape, for a lie convincing enough to salvage the moment, but Joey's stare was relentless. The silence that followed was louder than any denial he could muster. This confrontation was more than a casual inquiry, it was the moment Randy realized the walls were closing in. His double life, his secrets, his manipulations, all the deceit he thought he had under control, were unraveling right before his eyes. Joey wasn't just asking a question, he was issuing a warning. The once slick con man who had played both sides was finally out of moves. The expression on Randy's face said it all, he was caught, and there was no way out this time. Back at Uptown, Dani and Vanessa exchanged glances that said more than words could. "We need to tell Bill," Vanessa muttered, her voice trembling with a mix of fury and disbelief. Dani nodded again, her resolve hardening. She had been deceived, manipulated, and used as a pawn in Hayley's twisted games for too long. Watching Hayley laugh at the bar, acting as if nothing were wrong, fueled her determination. The truth had to come out. What made the night even more electrifying for fans was the final clip of the promo, which introduced a new face, Jacob Hawthorne's younger brother, Isaiah. Eva Thomas, still reeling from her own heartbreak and chaos, crossed paths with this mysterious stranger at Uptown. His calm confidence and captivating presence instantly drew her in. When he introduced himself simply as Isaiah, viewers instantly recognized the name. Actor David Lamy Freeb's debut had been teased for weeks, and the chemistry between him and Eva was palpable even in that short, fleeting scene. It was a tantalizing glimpse of a new connection forming amidst all the chaos, perhaps signaling a new beginning, or another storm brewing on the horizon. But make no mistake, the heart of this story belonged to Hayley and Randy. For months, they had operated in the shadows, their partnership forged in deceit and sustained by shared ambition. They manipulated, lied, and schemed their way through every obstacle, believing they could outsmart anyone who crossed them. Their romance, toxic yet magnetic, was built on the thrill of secrecy. But secrets have a way of surfacing, and on this night, the masks finally came off. Hayley had always prided herself on control. She knew how to charm a room, how to twist words until they sounded like truth. Yet even she could feel the unease creeping in as she noticed Dani's piercing gaze from across the bar. For a split second, her confidence wavered. She leaned closer to Randy, her voice barely audible. "They're watching us," she whispered. Randy glanced over his shoulder, and when his eyes met Dani's, the realization hit him like a punch to the gut. The panic that flickered in his expression was brief but telling. Hayley caught it, too, and for the first time, fear replaced her smile. The tension in the room was electric. Dani rose from her seat, every step deliberate, as Vanessa followed closely behind. The chatter of Uptown faded into a muffled hum. All eyes seemed to follow as Dani approached the bar. Randy stiffened. Hayley straightened her posture, trying to mask her anxiety. "Well, isn't this a surprise?" Dani began, her voice deceptively calm. "Sammy, was it? Or should I say, Randy?" The name cut through the air like a blade. The surrounding guests fell silent, sensing the drama unfolding before them. Hayley's face paled as Randy stammered, "Dani, it's not what it looks like." But it was exactly what it looked like. The confrontation was inevitable, and the truth was undeniable. Dani's fury was matched only by the quiet